All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a QR code for your church. So, you ready? Let's go. A step-by-step guide for pastors, church leaders, creatives, and media teams. Welcome to the Church Growth Systems Podcast. Today, we're covering how to create a QR code for your church and how to use it for events, prayer requests, giving, Google reviews, and more. What you want to do is when you're building a QR code, you want to make the next step easier. So your church may announce an event, right? Or a prayer form or a giving page or a registration link, but people still have to remember where to go. A QR code removes several of those steps. Like long URLs, web addresses are difficult to remember in the moment. Distractions, people get sidetracked before completing the next step. Too many steps. Extra friction reduces participation significantly. QR codes can connect physically and digital ministry seamlessly. So QR codes are a big blessing. A bridge to an online next step. That's what you want to look at a QR code as, is where we want to take the people to. What's going to be the next step? A QR code is a scannable image that opens online content on a mobile phone. The QR code does not replace your website or registration form. It simply helps people reach the correct page faster, okay? Such as a registration form, you can send people directly to sign up for events. A prayer request, make it easy to submit prayer needs instantly. Giving page, link directly to your online giving platform, which is powerful. Google review, you can drive people straight to your review page, which is also very powerful. Step 1, choose the destination. Do not begin with the QR code design. Begin with the next step, okay? So you want to ask these questions before you create anything. Number 1, what do we want people to do? Number 2, which page completes that action? Number 3, does the page work on mobile? It needs to be mobile friendly and look really nice, okay? Number 4, is the information current? Okay, so those are 4 things that you want to consider before you even start designing the QR code. Step number 2, copy the correct link. Send people directly to the right page. One QR code should lead to one clear action. People should not scan the code and then have to search for what you promised. So, event page, not the home page. Okay, so you don't want to send someone to a home page and then click here to go to event page. If you're announcing an event, you want that QR code to go directly to the event page. Prayer form, not the contact us page, but the prayer form. Direct review link, so not to a Google search, but to a direct review link. Okay, not the general website, but a giving page. So if you're using a QR code for your giving page, make sure that QR code goes straight to your giving page, not the home page of your website. Then they have to click giving, then they have to fill out the form. Straight to the giving form, okay? Step number 3, open a QR code generator. So here's the deal. For this tutorial, LQR is used as the platform example, but the basic process will be similar on most trusted QR code generators, okay? You open the generator, you choose your URL, you paste the link, name it clearly, you generate the QR code. It's really pretty simple in creating a QR code. Okay, so you open the generator. In my case, I like to use LQR. You choose the URL you want to lead the people to. You paste the link, name clearly, and then you generate. Okay, so one more time. Open your QR code generator. What URL do you want to send people to? You want to grab that link and paste it in your generator. Name your QR code clearly, generate the QR code, you're good to go. You follow these steps in order to ensure your code is properly configured before moving on to design and customization. Okay, static versus dynamic QR codes. Which type should your church use? Understanding the difference help you choose the right tool for each ministry need. For example, static QR code, destination cannot usually change. Okay, you want to make sure it's a solid destination, good for simple or temporary projects, often free to generate. That's a static QR code. Now, a dynamic QR code, destination may be updated later with the same QR code. May include scan tracking. You can keep track of how many people have scanned the QR code. Ideal for permanent signs and printed materials. So say you have a banner, you spent hundreds of dollars to print it. You don't want to keep getting a new banner to print every time with the new QR code. So you can change the destination of that QR code using the same banner that you printed and the same QR code. So basically, static is fixed. Dynamic gives you flexibility. You're able to change that QR code when the need arises. Okay? Step 4, customize the design. Make it branded, but keep it scannable. The purpose of the QR code is not decoration. The purpose is to work. So remember, design best practices. Use strong contrast. Black and white is usually the strongest contrast. Keep the background simple. Add church colors carefully. Use a small logo. So you don't want the logo to be real big in the middle and kind of affect the QR code. Okay? Call to action examples. Scan to register, scan to give, scan for prayer, scan to connect, scan to leave a review. So those are some call to actions that you could put underneath or on top of your QR code. All right? Step 5, download the QR code. You want to choose the right file format. Saving your QR code in the correct format ensures it looks sharp across every platform, from digital screens to large printed banners. And that's one thing I like about LQR code is, or LQR, it gives you a lot of different options. I think they give you vector, PNG, and even different sizes. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so download the QR code, save your QR code in the correct format, ensures it looks sharp across every platform, from digital screens to large printed banners. PNG, best for most digital projects and social media. High resolution, required for quality print materials and flyers. Vector, used for large banners and signage without pixelation. And like I said, the cool thing about LQR is it offers vector files, which is pretty cool. File name, use clear names like churchgivingqrcode.png. Okay? Step 6, test the QR code. Don't publish it before testing it. Do not just test the original QR code. Test it after you place it inside the final design, if it's a flyer, banner, bulletin, on screen. Okay? Confirm the correct page opens every time. So number 1, you want to test on iPhone and, if you can, Android. Number 2, test on Wi-Fi and mobile data if you can. Number 3, test the printed version. Number 4, test the final flyer or slide. And number 5, confirm the correct page opens. Okay, now if you don't have an Android and you don't have an iPhone, at least test it on a phone. Okay, if you don't have Wi-Fi and mobile data, at least try to test it on whatever you have, mobile or Wi-Fi. Okay, and number 3, test the printed version. So if you have a flyer, make sure you try to scan it with your phone. Test the final flyer or slide. Okay, so you want to, let me go back to number 3. So you want to test the printed version of your QR code. Okay, and then number 4, you want to test the final flyer or slide. So once you generate that QR code, test it. Then once you put it on your flyer or your slide, test it. Okay, and confirm the correct page opens when you test that code. All right. Here are some practical church QR code ideas. Start with one real ministry need. You don't need a QR code for everything, but the possibilities are broad, such as events and classes, events, newcomers luncheons, membership classes, youth and children's events. Okay? So you can put your QR code for these events. Like say you have a revival coming up, a discipleship or a workshop. Scan this QR code to register for the workshop. Giving and prayer, online giving, prayer requests, feedback surveys, and volunteer signups. It's another time you can use a QR code. Number 3, outreach and growth, Google reviews, plan your visit pages. That's pretty cool right there. Sermon notes and community outreach. Imagine every week you put a QR code to download the sermon notes of the preaching for that Sunday or that midweek service or that Bible study. That's fire. That's another level. Real quick, if you're enjoying this video and you would like to help more people find your church online, I want to invite you to check out my course, How Churches Get Found on Google. Inside, I'll walk you through simple strategies to improve your church's visibility, reach more people in your community, and make it easier for people searching online to find your church. As a thank you for watching, You can use the coupon code YouTube and get 50% off today. Now let's get back to the training. Where to place QR codes. Put the code where the action feels natural. Physical spaces like a welcome center at your church, bulletin board, lobby signs, registration tables, outreach tables. Printed materials, church bulletins, printed event cards, ministry handouts, and business cards. Okay. Digital channels, announcement screens, digital flyers, newcomers gatherings. All right. Digital flyers should also include a clickable link. Someone may be viewing the flyer on the same phone they would use to scan. Okay. All right. QR codes for church events. You can make registration simple. Use the same QR code on your flyers, announcement slides, emails, lobby posters, and registration table for consistency. So you can have people register for your church events. Okay. All right. Common mistakes churches should avoid. Do not let the QR code create more confusion. One clear QR code is better than 5 codes competing for attention. What you don't want to do is you don't want to put the wrong destination. You want to avoid that mistake. Linking to the home page instead of the specific action page. Poor design. Code too small, weak color contrast, or busy backgrounds that prevent scanning. No instructions. Missing a clear call to action leaves people unsure what to do. So you could put click here, scan now, scan me, or scan code. Okay, scan here to register. Broken links, expired or broken links, and failing to test the final printed version. So you want to make sure you test the printed version. Okay. Church QR code checklist. Here's what you want to check before you publish. Run through every item on this checklist before placing your QR code in any printed or digital material. Okay. Content and design. Correct destination URL, mobile-friendly landing page, clear call to action, strong contrast, enough white space for your QR code, large enough to scan. Okay, you don't want it to be small where it didn't connect. So try to make it big and as for it's large enough to scan. Testing and publishing. Test it on multiple phones if you can. Test it after printing. Backup link included. So for example, if you put your QR code on a flyer and people watching it, or maybe not a flyer, but say on social media, and they're viewing the social media with the phone they will use to scan, you also want to put a backup link that they can click. Okay. Team member assigned to monitor it. Team member assigned to monitor it. So it's cool if you can have somebody monitoring your QR code and it'll tell you if it's being effective, how many clicks you're getting from that QR code, which is some valuable data. All right. So you want to make the next step easier. One QR code, one clear next step. That's the goal of a QR code. QR codes are not about chasing technology. They're about removing barriers. When someone wants to register, give prayer requests, visit your church, or connect with a ministry, we want to make the next step as easy as possible. Okay? Always test before publishing. Try to do that every time. All right, last one here. Help more people find and connect with your church. Start with one clear ministry need. Create the code, test it carefully, and place it where people can easily take action. Let's continue using digital tools to help more people discover hope, community, and the gospel. All right, folks. So for our full tutorial, you can read the complete step-by-step guide at PastorDre.com. I put a whole blog together on this topic. You can get some coaching on your digital outreach. You can visit coach.pastordre.com for personalized church growth support. I like to help churches build websites, landing pages, and digital outreach. You can subscribe, follow the Church Growth System podcast, or you can just, go to my website, PastorDre.com, and connect with me there if you have any questions. It's your boy, Pastor Dre. God bless.